Welcome back, adventurers, to the ultimate guide to the 10 things you need to do at level 40. I'm going to unveil the ultimate secrets and everything the very best players are doing at level 40 right now to get a big advantage. Understanding exactly what to do at level 40 is the key to maxing out your gear as fast as possible, getting thousands of gold and getting a big gold advantage, and of course dominating in PvP and getting that sick STV mount. Knowledge is power, so let's get right to it. So this video has a ton of secrets for you, and I'm going to split it into 3 parts. The first section of the video is going to be PvE focused. Everything you need to be doing to get ahead of the pack and dominate the meters. Some of these things can secure you success for the rest of the game. Then we'll be covering the very best gold makers right now. We all know this phase has been extremely expensive. I've still been generating over 200 gold per day to offset the huge expenses, so I'll show you how. Then we'll talk about my favorite topic, PvP. All the overpowered farms people are doing right now to get over 1,000 blood and STV per hour. Let's start with PvE right now and your big focus, which should be no more clears. The big thing to understand is that starting on the 20th, no more switches to a 3-day lockout. The key is to hit those lockouts and get done with new quests like Rig Wars for the extremely overtuned Trip Runner dungarees. There's also the Epic Helmet, which is the biggest flex in the game right now, and they're biz for PvE and PvP. That starts with the Grime Encrusted Salvage, which you turn in at the Salvage-O-Matic 9000. Grime Encrusted Salvage is so expensive right now, and my helmet costs over 400 gold to make. When the 3-day lockout hits, the prices are really going to tank. My recommendation is to wait until late February to craft your helmet, even though you're going to lose some of your bragging rights. Also keep in mind that the unlocked vendor sells new recipes like the Retrocutioner Enchant and the Easy Throw Radiation Bomb. You should still do the questline to get these recipes, even if you don't get your helmet immediately. So this is one you may have already done, but the Sleeping Bag questline is a must-do. It only takes about 20 minutes with summons. Depending on if you're Horde or Alliance, you'll be going on a journey to either Camp T or Westfall. Then you'll be heading to Stone Talon Mountains and Loch Modan and finally Hillsbrad. If you aren't level 40 yet, it's insane for the 3% XP bonus. You also get 8 student fodder, which give 4 rested XP bars each, and I plan to save them for Phase 3. We also want to get all of our runes. You may already have, or you're working on your 3 new key runes right now. In my case, I rushed out to get Empowered Renew and Dispersion, but the best players have gotten all 18 of their runes. The reason why is that you can have, say, a second pair of pants and instantly swap to a new rune. When my Dispersion is on cooldown, I can instantly swap to get Pain Suppression. Then when that's on cooldown, I can instantly swap to Spirit Angel form. It's like having 3 overpowered abilities all the time. One more PvE thing to do is the Furbolg Medicine Pouch farm. Just one hunter and a healer is more than enough to farm the Furbolgs, or you could make a full raid group. The pouch got patched recently to actually work now, which makes it insanely biz for any 1v1 or flag running. Plus you can save time on the Exalted grind for next phase. Alright, so we've talked about PvE, but this is an expensive phase, so we need to make a ton of gold as well. The first thing to do is questing, because questing for gold is definitely back. As long as the quest is within 5 levels, you'll get the maximum gold bonus. That's usually around 2 gold per quest, which isn't that insane. But still, there are over 100 quests you can do, and many of them reward greens as well. Just be careful, because if you plan to pre-quest in Phase 3, there are a lot of big quests to avoid. I've compiled 20 quests you definitely don't want to do if you want big XP next phase. That's linked below the video, so go check it out. After questing, my preferred gold maker right now, though, is Enchanting, and really all professions. With Enchanting, even at level 1, you can disenchant blues and greens you find in the world. The materials you'll get, like Nether Essence, are worth over 3 gold each on my server. To take things up a level, though, I craft items like the White Bandit masks for under 70 silver each. Disenchanting those, I can routinely double my money getting enchanting materials. You can also do this with items like the Icy Cloak to generate large glowing shards as well. I also made over 400 gold so far from going through every BIS tailoring recipe and stocking the auction house. Even now, items like the red Mage Weave pants routinely make me over 5 gold per craft. And don't get me started on how much money you could make as an enchanter right now, giving people enchants like minor move speed. The other big gold maker I'm doing right now is selling the Waylaid Supply items, so it's required now to fully fill a box before you can turn it in. That means even the low-level box items are still amazing gold makers as well. My personal favorites are cooking boxes like the Spider Sausage. Really, every profession can make you money right now, though. The big key is to sell all your stacks at sizes that fit right into the boxes. I'll link a Wowhead URL you can use to find all the boxes to easily determine stack sizes. Another profession gold maker is Transmute alts. True silver bars are required for several crafting recipes, and you can't smelt them even with advanced mining gloves. The best way to get the bars is by turning mithril bars into true silver directly. Every 48 hours, you can make between 3 to 4 gold per character. I'm rushing to level more characters fast to take advantage. If you happen to forget about Transmutes, definitely give the video a like, because I think I just made you rich. So the other gold maker I'm doing as well is Uldaman Runs. Uldaman is great for getting your pre-bis gear, but it's also great for insanely expensive items like Pendulum of Doom. There is mixed information right now about who drops the Pendulum, but it appears to be primarily the 44 to 45 elites. Even if you don't get lucky enough to get the Pendulum though, other items like the Papal Fez will likely sell for a few hundred gold. After getting rich from all your gold making, you'll definitely want to be doing some PvP as well. The big thing I'm doing related to PvP is the STV Blood Moon event every 3 hours. I just got the mount, and rumors are that this mount works without even having to buy one, so you could save a ton of gold. I already had a horse by the time I unlocked this, so don't sue me if that's not the case. During the journey to get my mount, we realized that fighting around the boss was completely insane for blood. Now we always ask in general chat, and we always eagle-eye to find the boss as fast as we can. Routinely now, we're getting over 1,000 blood per event with our 5-man.
One quick thing on STV is while I was editing the video, they added in the Arathi Basin rep rewards. So you can get 200 Arathi Basin rep for 1 silver coin. You can also get 250 honor per 25 copper coins. Definitely take advantage of this while you can and skip out on the mount for a bit.
On top of Blood Moon, if you're not Warsong Exalted, you've got to keep doing Ashenvale to get 1,000 rep from the charm. It's hard to keep track of timers at this point, but the add-on Nova World buffs just got updated to help with that. There's also a really cool website called Atlas Forge that tracks all the timers and the raid resets. Another thing I'm doing is the Arena Grandmaster Grind. It's the ultimate PvP flex trinket next to Title Charm. The chest spawns whenever the Blood Moon starts, and if you get 12, you get an insane PvP trinket. We usually summon in a raid group, and then we split into groups of 5 to contest the trinket. And then the final PvP thing I'm doing whenever I'm not busy is Arathi Basin. The secret that got us 16 straight wins is to always queue with a group of 5 and then deathball together. You've got to make the pugs hit points since your 5-man is strongest moving together and smashing the enemy team. So we've got a huge list of things to do in PvE like raiding and Uldaman. And we've got so much gold making we can do with the Waylaid Supplies and even the Transmutes. And of course, we've got limitless PvP with the Blood Moon event and even Gurabashi. I'm really curious what you plan to spend the most time on in Phase 2. I know I'm going to be doing as many Gurabashi arenas in Blood Moon as humanly possible. I just love it. Though if you're still not level 40 yet, or maybe you're working on some more alts in the meantime, don't feel left out. We've got lots of time, plus my new guide to level to 40 as fast as possible will really save you even more time. Check that guide out next.